Hello Junior 4, how are you? Hope you all are fine. In this video, we will start Concept 2 from Unit 2. Concept 2 is about energy and motion. In this concept, we will study kinetic energy and potential energy. Let's start our lesson. Look at this picture. A player kicks a ball. So, to move the ball, we need to apply a force on this ball to move from one point to another point. So, the boy needs energy to do force on the ball to be able to do work, which is movement of ball. But look at this picture, a toy car on a slide. A toy car at the top of slide will not move if no force is applied to it. So the car will not move without any force. From the previous pictures, we can observe that all moving objects have a type of energy known as kinetic energy. So any moving object has a type of energy is known as kinetic energy, like the moving car in the first picture. But objects that don't move don't have kinetic energy, but they have another type of energy known as potential energy. This potential energy stored in the objects, like the toy on the slide in the second figure. Now let's move to another point. In this point, we will talk about roller coasters. As we said, any object needs energy to move. Which type of energy? Kinetic energy. Let's know the source of energy that makes the roller coaster move. First, the roller coaster moves up the hill slowly. So it moves up slowly. And its speed decreases gradually till it reaches the highest point, which is the top of the hill. Then the roller coaster pauses at the top of the hill. What the meaning of pauses? Stops. So the roller coaster stops at the top of the hill. After that, the speed of the roller coaster increases as it moves down the hill. So its speed will increase when it moves down the hill. Let's know the source of energy that makes this train to move with this speed. Number 1, as the roller coasters moves up the hill, there are electric motors that are used to carry the train cars up to the hill. So it moves up by the electric motors. And then on the top of the hill, the train stores some energy. As was said, the objects that don't move stored potential energy. So the train at the top of the hill stores potential energy. Finally, as the roller coaster moves down the hill, the energy stored in the train, which is potential energy, changes into more active form of energy, which is kinetic energy. This kinetic energy helps the train to move downward, so the train doesn't need electricity. So we just need the electric motor at the beginning of the movement in step number 1. But finally, when the train moves down the hill, we don't need the electric motors. We don't need the electricity. We just depends on the kinetic energy of the train. So when the roller coaster moves downward, its kinetic energy increases. And also when the kinetic energy increases, the speed increases too. So there is a relationship between kinetic energy and the speed. When kinetic energy increase, the speed increase. When kinetic energy decrease, the speed decrease. Now we will move to another point, which is examples show the importance of energy in our life. We get our energy from food, and this energy helps us to grow and move. Next point, energy affects objects and makes them move and change their places from one place to another. Next point, we need energy to operate the electric devices like mixer. Next point, also energy helps us in cooking. The last point, energy helps in lighting houses and streets. So we need the energy to light up our house. Now we will study another part. This part is called moving energy. What the meaning of moving energy? Like transferring, move from one object to another object. Like this example. A boy kicks a ball. What happens in this case? The kinetic energy transfer from the player's foot to the ball. So the kinetic energy transfer means moves from the foot to the ball, and then the ball moves in the air as a result of the transfer of kinetic energy. Finally, the kinetic energy transfers from the ball to the goal net, which vibrates as a result of transfer of kinetic energy to it. So the energy transfer from foot to the pole and then from pole to the net. And this energy that causes the movement of objects. Last part in this lesson. Look at this picture. There is a pole on the ground. Any stopped object on the Earth's surface, like this picture, has no energy. So in this case, this pole has no energy because it is on the ground, on the Earth's surface. But look at this picture. There is a pole on a table. Any object at a height from the Earth's surface, as this picture, has a special type of energy is known as potential energy. So in this case, this pole stored potential energy. That's our lesson today. Thank you and see you soon in another video.